Good morning, baby. This is Monty Mansfield, your local neighborhood hope dealer down here in San Diego. Just wanted to spread the good news with the stunner shades on, baby. I'm just playing. But today I want to talk about one, a blessing given too soon is not a blessing at all. Two, you got to stay on course. You got to stay on course. But for me in my life, I got $120,000 at 19 years old, and everybody in the world thought that this was a blessing. Looking back in hindsight, this was not a blessing because I couldn't handle this type of blessing, okay? I couldn't handle the pressure and responsibility that goes on with giving this type of money. And then I was given a professional baseball contract, and I wasn't ready to be able to leave the locker room and be able to stay focused and not chase earthly pleasures. All I looked for is comfort because I was out of my element at that time at a young age. Now, who I am now today, if I got 120 grand, I would use that money and max it out to the most effectiveness that it could have, because now I walk with God and He guides everything. He guides my finances. So I would have looked at that money as that's God's money. And I would have looked at that baseball career as that's God's baseball career. And I would have been on a different track, but that's not the case. But now I want to talk about, we got to stay on course. All right. When I share this resonates with me so much. Like, this resonates with my spirit so much, because I just, when I hear the story of Abraham and Isaac and how God is working a miracle in the background that we don't know about, but we're never going to receive that miracle unless we stay on course. Because while we stay on course, God's working something out there, and it's going to be a blessing for you. And if you stay on God's timing, the minute that that blessing intersects with your life, the minute that they cross over with each other, and the minute that you receive it is the minute that you will be able to handle it. Okay? Does this make sense? This has got to make sense, because now you'll be able to handle the blessing, because during this process, God is creating you and making you a better man or woman. He's making you a better person. So when this blessing comes in your life, boom, you're able to get it and you're able to handle it and you're able to move and groove with it, and it doesn't take you under. That's why we have to stay on course. We have to continue to stay on course. This is why prayer is important. Prayer keeps me on the course, because I wake up every single morning and I pray to the Lord to use my vessel as an instrument to save lives, to not give me something that I can't handle. I ask the Lord these things, and this keeps me on track. 3 years and 3 months of doing the same thing every single morning has kept me on track to where I stand here today as the man that I always wanted to be. And I will continue to keep putting God first and mature as God's will wants me to grow. This is the gift. This is the gift. Back when I was using drugs, I was on my own will. I was following the devil, and the devil took me to the darkest places imaginable. There's stories in my addiction that were just absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. But because now I was able to choose God with my free will, because He doesn't push it on nobody. He just wants you to choose Him with His free will. He's given me a change of perspective that has saved my entire life. I've stayed on course. There's times, man, where your thoughts come in your mind and want to take you off course and makes you think that doing something fun or outrageous is a good idea. But it's not. It's not a good idea. It's the devil trying to deceive you, because he's the great deceiver, to try to go and do something bad. But understand, you're staying on course, because in God's great, amazing timing, there's going to be a blessing that's going to intersect with you, and it's going to feel better, and you're going to be fulfilled from the inside out. All right. And like I said, when Abraham was walking Isaac up the mountain to sacrifice his son, the Lord had the lamb on the other side coming up the mountain. And when they got to the top, they intersect with the blessing. Okay. And he showed his faith in the Lord. So staying on course shows faith in God. And this is very, 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 very important. And like I said in the beginning, a blessing given too soon is not a blessing at all. It's not a blessing at all. It's the same blessing. Everyone else around can handle the blessing, but you as a person cannot handle the blessing. Like I said today, go tell somebody they're doing a good job, man. Go tell someone that you love them. Go tell somebody that you can't live without them, baby, that you love their presence, baby. Go tell someone, man, make someone's day right now, all right? Hey, let's have a great day. Happy Friday. My podcast got canceled today. There's some events that came up. But hey, we'll be moving and grooving next week, because this is all God's plan anyway. So next week will be the perfect day for the podcast. All right, let's have a great day. And remember this. Let's go, baby.